Good morning. Welcome back to Bowling Green, Kentucky. I am Jonathan Mullen. I am on the media staff here at the Electrek Formula Sun Grand Prix, and today we are once again live from Dynamic Scrutineering. If you saw our stream yesterday, you saw brake tests from about 6 teams we had out yesterday. Today we're hoping to see some teams on the slalom right now. Behind me, you can see MIT is getting ready to work on their figure eight. Teams have to pass their U-turn test and their figure eight test before they get cleared for slalom or braking tests. So MIT is working on U-turn right now. I believe we have one other team back there who needs to do U-turn. And then we also have Illinois State and Ohio State who will be out on the slalom course shortly. So we're going to leave you here to watch MIT as they do the U-turn, or the figure eight. Their requirement is 8 seconds per side, so you'll watch their car drive. It's going to slowly speed up until they're going 8 seconds per half of the figure eight. And once somebody gets onto the slalom course, we will move you over there to watch the slalom, which is a little bit more interesting to watch. Okay, we have an update on our plan for this live stream. I've just been informed that the teams that are ready for slalom or need to attempt slalom are not ready, so we're actually going to transition back to braking tests again. So we have to relocate the camera, so we'll be offline for a second, but we'll be right back with brake tests. Okay, welcome back. We have switched sides of the dynamics pad here at NCM Motorsports Park for brake testing. I apologize for the wait. I was told this morning that the teams were ready for dynamics, and turns out they thought they were ready, but they were not ready. So we got a lot of teams to get through dynamics today, so we really should be seeing some more teams out here fairly soon. We have had 4 teams complete dynamics already. Yesterday, ETS completed dynamics and was the first team cleared for FSGP, so they will have pole position tomorrow morning. Dalhousie was the second team cleared, so they'll be in the second position. App State was the third team cleared, so they'll pull up in third position. And then Minnesota has also completed dynamics. They're waiting on 1 or 2 more greens before they get on the starting grid in an assigned spot. So we'll be here shortly. I am told there are a number of teams who are getting their cars ready to come out for braking. You can see behind me the staff getting set up as well. So I can explain a little bit about the rest of dynamics while we're here. Yesterday we showed you braking, and today we're going to show you braking again. Hopefully this afternoon we can get you some of the slalom footage that I promised yesterday at the end of the live stream. Behind me you can see there's a lot of cones in this parking lot. At the far end, the teams start with a U-turn test to make sure their car meets the required turn radius. Then they do a figure 8 test, and the figure 8 test is timed. They have to go 8 seconds per side, 16 seconds total for the figure 8. And that is really to make sure, that's more of a test of the car to make sure it can handle that, make sure it handles that without it rubbing, anything like that that could cause damage to the tires, wheels, or anything else. Once they pass those, they are cleared to get onto the slalom or brake test, whichever happens to be running at that time. The brake test, we will turn on the sprinklers momentarily, and that is for wet braking. So we do wet braking on the pavement here, and that is to make it kind of a worst case scenario braking. You'll see the MOV cars, they'll run some of their runs with just the driver, but they have to pass. Once the driver gets passing all by himself, we'll add a passenger and make sure that the driver can still pass with all of the seats filled in the car when it's at maximum weight. The slalom test in the middle, which is what I had hoped to show you if the teams had been prepared for that, is a timed test. The driver has to go slalom around the cones, and they have 11.5 seconds to finish it. In order to pass, it's not just about time for both the slalom and the brake test. It's also about demonstrating a level of control of the vehicle and also demonstrating that the vehicle is capable of it, not just the driver. So you'll see a lot of drivers, especially the first driver for each team, go through a number of times, even if they pass. And that's just to show that they repeatedly can do it. They're in control of the vehicle. We may see some vehicles show a little bit of wobble on the brake test, which is not great. And so we want to make sure that that doesn't cause problems for any of the drivers. So the better it looks while you're braking, the fewer tries you have to do. If it doesn't look like you're very confident and in control, we're going to make sure you're really good at it. So they got the water going here, getting the pavement ready. I see some teams rolling their cars, putting them together. So hopefully we'll be here soon. Well, I don't have live footage of slalom to show you. We can show you ETS completed it yesterday, as well as App State, and we do have footage of that, so that should be coming up on the screen now. So you can see the car going left of the cone, right of the cone, and so they do that around 7 cones, and then the start and the end, start on the left, end on the right, and that is timed to do in 11.5 seconds. And so each driver goes through each test with the car. It says these last 2 tests here, the brake and the slalom, are as much a test of the driver as they are of the car. And in order to go on the track, you need to make sure your car and your driver pass. So I'm going to find out which teams are almost ready, and we will let you know when they will be back over here doing brake testing. Okay, we have the Illinois State University car lining up for brake tests, and I'm told the University of Florida car should be not too far behind them. So the way the brake tests work is the car is going to come down from the far end. You can maybe see the car approaching on screen just to the right of center. They are going to come down to this wet area. They need to accelerate to at least 25 miles an hour. So you'll see a green flag. Up means go faster, horizontal means hold your speed. And then sometime during the wet area, the person with the flag will decide to drop the flag, and that's when they start braking. So it's a little bit of a reaction time thing as well. You don't know exactly when you have to start braking. And then based on the speed readout, they have a target time. The actual requirement regulation is a target deceleration rate. And it generally works out to about divided by 10. So if they're going 25 miles an hour, they need to stop completely to 0 miles an hour within 2.5 seconds. If they're going 30, they have 3.0 seconds. If they're right on the edge, they're going to be asked to do it again and make sure that wasn't their best case. They got to come and do it multiple times. If they easily do it, they might get through much quicker. So Illinois State driver right now is just getting the same explanation I gave you. They'll loop back around and come back at least 25 miles an hour to attempt the brake test. I believe this is the 4th competition that Illinois State has used this car for. They've obviously made improvements to it over the years, but at this point I think their team and their drivers know their car very well, so I expect you'll see a successful brake test for the most part. Sometimes with newer cars, it takes the driver some time to get a feel for it, and it takes the teams a little bit of time to understand the dynamic performance of their car, especially if they didn't manage to do enough brake testing before they got here. So momentarily, they should be looping back around. You'll see our flagger getting set up here on the right side, and then we also have a radar gun who will be calling out their speeds and watching for their speed at the exact moment the flag drops, so we know how fast they have to stop. I am looking for the University of Florida car to see when it's coming. They have a team representative out here. Every team has to have a person out here with the staff who's running it, so we can talk to their drivers over the radio. We have someone here from Florida, so usually that means they're on their way. Okay, so here comes the Illinois State team with their first attempt. Flag is up, so that means speed up. They're currently not moving, so obviously need to be going faster than that. So you'll see flag up means speed up. Here they come. Somewhere in the water, they will drop the flag, so still need to speed up. 22. 22. Yeah. Okay, so in that case, their driver did not get to speed fast enough, so they didn't get a drop to do the brake test because they didn't get up to the required speed. So they're gonna loop around and try again. So that was from 27 miles an hour. It took them 3.1 seconds to stop, so they're going to have to go a little bit faster, a little bit harder braking to get a pass. At 27 miles an hour, they need to do 2.7 seconds. Also saw the car turn a little bit as it was braking, so the staff will be watching for that. A little bit is not necessarily a fail, but we need to make sure that the drivers are staying in control, not just skidding out of control here on the wet braking pad. Okay, so that time from 25 miles an hour, it took 2.6 seconds, so much closer to a pass. So they're getting there. I go around and try again. Sometimes it takes you a few tries as a new driver to get comfortable with how fast you have to actually stop to meet the requirement. So they'll get there, and they did themselves a huge favor by getting out here right now. It's just them running circles, so they get to go again and again. There's no line to wait in. Okay, from 25 miles an hour, they did 2.5 seconds. That is a pass. So they're going to go around and do it again, show that they can do it again. We are going to adjust the camera angle here to try to get you a little bit better view. So we'll be back in just 1 second. Okay, so here's hopefully a little bit better view. You can see the car under the flag. You missed one run from Illinois State, but they weren't at the right speed, so it didn't count. Okay, from 25 miles an hour, it sounds like that was another pass. And so I think they may be doing a driver swap, or maybe they need one more run from this driver. We will find out. Sounds like Texas A&M also should be heading out here shortly to do the brake tests. They passed the slalom yesterday, so I think brake testing is the last thing they need to pass dynamics. Okay, we're going around for one more run with this driver. If they get another pass, I think that might be time for a driver swap. We will find out. Okay, that last run was also another pass. They're going around for a quick one more attempt here. Coming around real quick. No need to stop and wait. Okay, that was another pass from 26 miles an hour, 2.3 seconds. A nice 0.3 seconds to spare on that. So took him a couple of tries, but the driver got that well under the requirement. Just took him a few times to get comfortable with how fast he has to brake. So I think we're going to wait here for a driver swap or maybe another team to show up first. But that is a pass for that driver. So I just received word that that was actually Illinois State's last driver, so they have completely finished braking tests. So they will be packing up from Dynamics. I'm not sure if they have a few other yellows to finish up or if they are all green, but they should be one of the next teams cleared to get on the starting grid for FSGP tomorrow. Down far down the center of the screen, you may be able to see a little white car. That is Principia College, and they are the next up for brake tests. So they are just getting ready to run through. They ran through, I believe, 1 or 2 drivers yesterday, so this will be remaining drivers today. Each team can have 3 or 4 drivers, their choice, 3 minimum, 4 maximum. For teams going to the American Solar Challenge at Formula Sun, you may be able to get away with 2, but on the road we do require 3 drivers, but no more than 4, otherwise this would take a very long time. Okay, so here we go. Flag is up, car is on its way. Just off screen to your left, we have the radar gun. We're at 25 miles an hour. Flag drop. And that was a pass on the first attempt from Principia, so the driver's got to go do it again. But at this point, the other drivers have passed in this car, so inspectors are happy with the performance of the car. And so now it's just proving that the other drivers can operate it as well as the first drivers that came through. Okay, here comes Principia again. Getting up to speed, they're at 18. 25. Flag drop. Okay, from 29 miles an hour. They seem to have passed from what I could tell. And it looks like they're going around for another one.
We're definitely catching, like, it's better out here, but we're definitely catching the sprinklers a little bit when they get the wrong part of the car.
They hit that crossover point.
I see another member from another team making their way out to the tent here, so it looks like we may see another team out here momentarily. I will try to find out who that is. That last run from Principia was another pass, so I believe if they pass this one, this driver will be good. 27 mile an hour. It sounds like that driver has passed. I'll find out if that's their last driver and they're done, or if they got another driver coming out.
Have a quick chat with him? Yeah. You want to head back to the center?
We'll monitor process as well.
Okay, so that was Principia's last driver, so they are all green at Dynamic, so they'll be heading out, and at this time we have no teams ready for slalom or brake testing. A few teams over there attempting figure eight and U-turn tests. So we will be back later today live, hopefully with the slalom test. Follow on Facebook, follow on Instagram, or subscribe on YouTube, and turn on notifications to know when we will be live. We'll try to give you as much heads up as possible, but it really depends on when the teams decide they're ready to actually attempt stuff. We scheduled the stream when they told us they'd be here, and none of them showed up. So hopefully they're all working through their issues and getting ready to go, and we will bring that to you later this afternoon. Thanks for watching.